And it's another time. No, I'm not doing that. It's time for another episode of, Journey Through Eorzea. I am Man with Hat, Tiberius Fox. We are trying to help Yugiri, who is donned in a mask here, with finding a place for her and her people because the Garleans have completely destroyed their homeland, and so they're refugees. Topical. Anyway, so Raoban is, we're going to talk to him about it. Pretty much the people of Ul'dah. Sorry, my brain just went blank for a second. People of Ul'dah have kind of just said no. Well, at least not all of them, but some of them. So we're going to figure out what the next steps are and move on. I think we're pretty far into Part 5 of Realm Reborn. But, obviously I know that they're setting up some stuff here. They're setting up, we've seen some steps. They're setting up a Heaven's Ward a little more. We've seen some stuff that is setting up even Stormblood, which is kind of cool. So let's see what we got. As you observed, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Bah! I'll waste no words on him, not even when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone follow me to the Hall of Flames. Ooh, it's so edgy, the Hall of Flames. I got people just out here having cutscenes. Are they paladins? See, that's a gunbreaker. How about you, Scholar? Gosh, so many times there's so many cutscenes that just happen places that it's hard to tell. There's so much Valentine's Day stuff going on. Okay, I don't know where the Hall of Flames is. Tell me about the Hall of Flames, buddy. Out there? You know what? We're just gonna teleport. Wait. Is there a crystal here? Hang on. Let's not waste money. We don't have to do that. We don't have to waste money. So let's not do that. Drinking some delicious decaf this evening. I wanted something warm as opposed to cold. I spend a bunch of my time. Oh, I see. It's over their little their military section. No, it was just cold. I went outside and so we had a bunch of snow on my deck, and I decided it'd be a super cool idea to pile it up in the middle, and then I dug a path around it, and then I decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dig a tunnel through that because my cats can go through the tunnel, and that would be cool. It's completely impractical, but kind of cool anyway. So, that's neither here nor there. Raoban, tell me more. The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that matter to be reconsidered. The monetarists have made their position clear. Agreed. Ul'dah is not an option. Nor the Limsa or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs, which leaves all our Doman friends confined to our ship. Gosh, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concerns of great nations. The place we just moved to? Yeah, make a call, dude. Minfilia, this is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision, I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time? A week, mayhap, or even just a few days? Excellent. I shall keep you informed. Lady Yugiri, I have a proposal, if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphino. The headquarters of my order, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, stands at a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it frequented by mercenaries and men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they need be able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands, hard labor lest you doubt, and not save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself proposed, Lady Yugiri. Though I would not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the presence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphino, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life of the people you go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. And before that, there remained a matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which was no small feat considering the distance at their present condition. Mayhaps Ultan's Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Tiberius. Man, sometimes the way they word stuff just throws me. It's like they just suddenly say everything backwards for no reason, just to sound old English or whatever. Lady Yugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the mortal flames can provide. It's like, we don't want more refugees, but at the same time, we also really hate the Empire, so, like, any enemy of the Empire is a friend of ours, which I can totally, I like how everyone was there and they just kind of all just disappeared. That was great. Alright, so I gotta go talk to Alphino. We got Edric Pride with a Y. He's a level 5 pugilist. He's well on his way to become the greatest adventurer Eorzea has ever seen. I respect the hustle. You get out there, Edric Pride. You do it. You do what... Don't be like these weird people with umbrellas, though. Just don't do it. It's not a good idea. I have no idea what... I don't even know where the thing is. I'm assuming it's in La Minsa, but I don't know. Oh, wait. That's right. Adventurers Guild. My bad. They're playing the fancy music and everything. I should probably get over there and do that at some point, but... We have an adventure to go on, you know what I mean? I got things to do. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time they can be ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. Aww. The freckly tiny person. What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the immortal flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a small number, mayhap it will go unnoticed. But the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona. When the government fails to act, the responsibility falls upon private citizens. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on the Domans' behalf. Very well, we should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. Oh my gosh, that was Alphino. I thought it was, for some reason I thought it was Roban. Too many voices. After all, that has befallen these good people. It is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Yugiri. And you in Revenant's Toll, my lord. Eastern Bow. Well, it sounds like we may have work to do. Lady Yugiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you, after you have rested your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you? Of course, I love escort missions. Who doesn't like escort missions? As we speak, the Domans prepare to departure at Vesper Bay, wherefrom they will be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. That said, this has been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Tiberius would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hozan when you arrive. As Lady Yugiri tells it, he has been designated the leader of the first group. Jiro Highwind. There's some names that just, like, I see all the time, like Strife, Highwind, you know, things of that nature. I went the wrong way. It's always like, yeah, alright, hey, I feel it. You wanna rep your favorite thing? Who am I to say you can't? Just like a man who said, like, I can't take a choco porter when I absolutely can. Hey, where do I gotta go? I can't imagine it be Vesper Bay. I'm gonna take a brief coffee break. I'm making it a point to try not to drink with my microphone open, but every once in a while, like, I know there was one, I came back. I don't know how much I picked up. Might have picked up nothing, and I just outed myself. But I don't want to be like slurping into the microphone if I can avoid it. Oh, goes a man on a unicorn. Never trust a man on a unicorn, I'll tell you what. Yeah, just many episodes ago, I mentioned that I oh, hang on, Lido Madalito. Good luck, Madalito. Just staying in the middle of the road. You got trampled by a chocobo. Sorry about that. No, I mentioned anyway. I mentioned that there was a guy who reminded me of a friend of mine named Mike, and I actually spoke with Mike today, which was unusual. I don't talk to him super often these days, but he was like, "Yes, what have you been up to?" I was like, "Well." And so I sent him the playlist for this video series. And Fanker's just standing here still? What? Why? I don't know, that's weird. Anyway. But yeah, so I told him about it, and he was like, yeah, it's cool. So if he ever watches the videos, which I still don't think he will, but if he does, and if he does, he certainly won't get this far, probably. Even more so. But, yeah, I just thought it was interesting. He's like, yeah, what have you been doing? I was like, well, I'll tell you what I've been doing. I've been replaying the entirety of Final Fantasy XIV's MSQ with some, occasional, what do you want to say, diversions, i.e. the Binding Coil, what have you. But, yeah. He's like, oh, that's sick. You're just playing the Morning Story Quest, huh? I'm like, yeah, no, that is in fact what I am doing, And I'm kind of stoked. We're getting close to the next, thing. I'm gonna have to actually learn how to, loosely play Viper to some degree. It probably won't have half the skills because I'm only going to be in, the 60s range, 60 to 70. Or was it, no, is it 50 to 60? I think it's 50 to 60, actually, yeah, Heaven's Ward. 60 to 70 is, that's Stormblood, so I'll have to learn how to play Viper. That'll be funsies, so considering I'm playing Bard for literally dozens of hours at this point. Greetings. Alphino informed me that a Scion will be arriving to help with the preparations. I am honored to meet you, though shamed as well. Shameful, okay. Great warriors should not be tasked with such trivialities. You got 200 people on that boat? You couldn't fit 200 people on that boat. Man, people coming over the sea from Cuba couldn't fit 200 people on that boat. I don't know what you're talking about. They're draping them in a raft behind that. That boat is not deep enough or big enough for 200 people. I don't know. I knew of a glance of the manner you were. I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle, but might I trouble you to help round up the children that have been given into my care? They are most adept at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where I have failed. I'm finding kids, okay. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out your son Yozan. He can tell you more. Okay. Tell me, Yozan, where are the peeps that I'm looking at? Hot Diggity Daffodil? That's a name. That's got to be the guy for today. That's the random player we're going to run into today. That's really the thing. It's Hot Diggity Daffodil. I mean, can you really say much about something like that? Alright. Oh, hello there. I am Yozan, son of Hozan. Will you be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear we'll be traveling by horsebird drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds that people ride like horses. I still want to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry, I already told them where to get ready for the carriages. I'll need help, though. We were just finishing a game of hide-and-seek. 3 players are still in hiding, and since Lady Yugiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. But Hevestra Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. This is vaguely familiar. I remember running around looking for people. Now, where they actually are, I don't know. But we're going to find out. The question is, are they at, the inside places, the outside places? Does this answer the aforementioned question I had where I... Bashful Geyser. Just sitting there with a dude. Okay, that's cool. Oh, there's one. Oh, hiding real good. Hey, you're not Yozan. Who are you? I'm Koharu, Tiberius Fox, eh? I didn't know anyone else was... Wait a minute. You're one of those, stallions, aren't you? No, Scions. That's how you know you Lady Yugiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek, too. Oh, right. It's almost time to go. Nice meeting you, Tiberius Fox. And just full name me. Just a full name in me. Wow. Oh, I see one over here hide behind the thing. Let's do that. Are you playing? Ah, no fair. Yozan didn't say anything about adults. Huh? We get to ride horsebird carriage? I don't know. It sounds scary, but if Yozan said it's safe, I'll go. Alright. Yeah, oh, that one's up there. Let's go. Yeah, I remember, like, only I did. I don't know why. I was just, like, derping, and I just could not find the third one, I feel like. How'd you find me? Bah, I guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this? I mean, the Garleans didn't find me. It's because Garleans are scrubs, dude. And as we all know, a scrub is a guy who can't get no love from me, hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at May. Alright, Hosan. Wonderful, all the children are accounted for. Hide and seek? Ah, I see that you were curious. It's quite simple, really. Lady Yugiri thought it best that the children know what to do in case the Garleans found us. I should hope that these days are behind us, but nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we are prepared. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest of the regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father, Home, will be traveling the lead carriage together with young Koharu, whom I believe you've already met. Though I understand the road to Ul'dah is regularly patrolled by your brass blades, it would help give us comfort if you would agree to accompany us on your journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you're ready to leave, please inform our coachman. You know what would make the game, like, slightly more thing? Maybe I just never noticed. Oh gosh, my ear itches. But no, it would be that, like, what if the brass blades, instead of saying that they're there, what if you actually saw, like, dudes of patrols just walking along, you know what I mean? So, let's do this. Alright. Alright, take 2 seconds to itch my ear, and then we'll get going. I do not care for over-the-ear headphones. I'm getting accustomed to them and everything, but, like, yeah. Eager to be off, are ye? Aye. Well, meaning to have a word with ye about that. Runner for the blade says we might have a problem. A fierce-looking beastie's been sighted south of the bridge to Hammerley. Might it be as someone's eyes are playing tricks on him, of course, but I ain't gonna pay to gamble in this business. Now, I know you can hand yourself in a fight, but this lot here's another story. So I was thinking you go ahead and come have a quick look around, make sure the area is safe. Like when you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied the way is clear, meet us outside Horizon. The blades tell me the road's there is safe, so I reckon we can make it to that far on our own. Assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us, that is. You talking about that, like, little bridge where the lizard dudes always show up? Okay. Let's take this gold mech thing. Does it have the flame thing on the side? It does not. I just wondered, I wasn't sure. This is what I think you get for, like, getting 100 commendations, I think. But, I mean, I could be Aurelius, whatever. But, yeah. Let's go find out what's going on. But yeah, there's just, like, little things like that I think they could do. Like, they have them at, like, the gates, right? Like, that's fine. But I'm saying, like, put them, like, actually, like, walking along the road. You could even make fates involved with it or something. Like, if they happen to bisect a fate, maybe it changes the fate into something else or something. I don't know. I'm just kind of brainstorming here. But I'm saying, like, I could do that, and it would make it a little more interesting than, hey, the brass blades are here. They just stand outside the city gates all day. Like, it's, what you call it? Can we go over here? Oh. Oh no, it's Polito Medalito, who's no longer in the road, but hanging out over there. I thought that was the thing, but that was just the fate. That's just the fate. I know, I'll hit him with this, I'm sure that'll matter. Yeah. Just blow him up with the guns that don't actually hurt anything. Alright. So, we'll go across the bridge. See, they got people just standing on this bridge, ain't even doing nothing. Alright. You know, let's get Mjolnir out here. Mjolnir should be here. Alright, let's see what's up. Let's see what kind of shenanigans we're up to. Oh no, it's a Wandering Eye. Goodbye, Wandering Eye. He looked really dead. Eyes roll back in his head and whatever. Alright, come on, Mjolnir. Let's ride back to... all the way back to out wherever they're at. Alright. I know there's a mount that lets you drive one like that. I kind of want to get it, but it's stupidly expensive. It's like $35, something like that. So there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, eh? Alright. Let's go. He's wearing a bandit mask, like he's from San Andreas. Well fought, sir, well fought. Ah, if only there were better health, I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pay my son no mind. He forgets that his responsibilities preclude acts of daring do. Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Had we been able to call upon heroes at our strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different. But we cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten. Lady Yugiri's kinsmen least of all. They fought the fiercest, and though they knew full well it was in vain. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life, all this and more we will ever owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? In kind, father. To she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying matters not. Revenant's toll will grow and prosper by our hands. It's a good attitude, you know what I mean? What? Just check him out of the way? Yeah, the face is apt. I'm on board. Hey, Master Tiberius, Koharu and I want to know why you became an adventurer, just like on the ground, like huffing. To gain power, to win glory, to amass a fortune, to wither the wild... I'm just going to say this garbage. They're not going to have any idea what I'm talking about. To wither the wild rose blooms. So you like roses? I think I understand. I mean, like, they're nice and everything, but don't they grow in lots of places? It's my turn now. Excuse me, Master Tiberius, I've got a question. What's Revenant's Toll like? Is it pretty? Listening over how frequently countless adventures, it's a bastion of civilization in a harsh, unforgiving wilderness. Some signs of the Seventh Dawn. It's a stone's throw from an Imperial Castro. That would be so mean. It's like, hey, I know you escaped him, but it's like, you can just like stroll down the road. Oh my gosh, should I do it? I'm doing it, let's go. Hey child, it's cool, it's right next to Castrum. Huh, you can't fool me. No one ever lived that close to a Castrum. Liar, liar, breach is on fire. Little do you know. I snuck in one time in outfit. Enough, Koharu. It's my turn again. Master Tiberius, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Seek out new experiences and adventures. Fight ferocious beasts. Train every day. Buy weapons and armor from Rowena. That's like the meme answer, right? Like the funny one. It's because you're like, oh yeah, just go buy stuff from Rowena. But I'm gonna be One Punch Man style and say train every day. Ah, so my father was right. How do you do it then? Come on, tell me, and don't leave anything out. All right, then enough questions from Mr. Tiberius. That's not fair. Why does Yosinga get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? Just telling him, yeah. What if I don't think so? Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Master Tiberius. I won't forget it. I'm going to be an adventurer too. Yeah, they want this life? I don't know if you want this life. When we get to a Revenant's Toll, let's make an adventurers guild for Domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Mr. Tiberius and Lady Yugiri. Yeah, just like Mr. Tiberius and Lady Yugiri. We can talk more about the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? Yep, I sure will. If you can fit my hat. And once again, I am sitting in a chocobo-drawn carriage being toted across, while children ask me all manner of questions. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, also speak with Alphino at the quicksand. Oh, so just like leave them at the gates or whatever? I mean, sure, why not? We can just leave them and abandon them. Come back, children are slaughtered, old man slaughtered, young guys like on the verge of death because they made me leave. What if these star marmots and like little ladybug things all of a sudden decide they're out for blood and they just murder everybody? It could happen, all right? I've seen things, all right? I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. You know, there's a thing right over there. Let's try that. I always go to the left, have to run all the way down. Let's go right here and grab this. See, I don't hang out with black mages. Except for my friend Maxwell Valerian. But he doesn't count, you know what I mean? He's only an adventurer in name only, you know what I mean? I mean, just saying. I'm just giving a crap. No, he's been playing this game longer than I have. Not right now, though. I asked him if he wanted to come along. I was like, hey, you can tell your story about the game. You can even get in the voice chat. And he hasn't logged in like 35 days, so... Ah, Tiberius, I take it the first group is alive? Excellent. Arrived. Is there aught else? No, I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Yugiri should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. Okay. In his past time, Lady Yugiri met with the Guild of Representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arriving here in Thanalan which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort for the Doman delegation for the duration of the journey. Speak first with Slathborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, I will introduce Lady Yugiri to Minfilia and the Guild Emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting ties should stand the Domans in the good stead for which it is to come. Safe travels, Tiberius. Alright. Well, you know the rules, and so do I. We will teleport there because I'm not gonna walk all the way out to Revenant's Toll. It's a little ways away. Man, does anybody else I can't be alone in this. Does anybody else get annoyed by like this constant advertising of like whatever? You know what I mean? Like the constant advertising for parties or whatever else they're doing. Half the time it's like cringe. It's like what just stop. Enough. You just got like it's time to stop. It's the filthy Frank, it's time to stop with the giant clock meme. It's like please stop. It's enough. We don't need to do that anymore. This must be the esteemed Lady Yugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the Toll. I hope you do not find our dear fineries off-putting. Poor though we may seem, we have a wealth of spirit and a camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter into it here. We welcome all sorts, provided they are willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no strangers to hard work, Master Slathborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence. Oh, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals, and you needn't bow your head or call me Master either. We are both frontier hands as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Slathborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Reminds me of when you said that. I'll wait till I'm done. Our guests have yet to meet the antecedents. Seven hells, Tiberius. Why are you wasting time with me? See them to the Rising Stones. I took my wife. We went and saw Casablanca today. I have never seen Casablanca. But at the end, when they're like, yeah, I gotta get my Mjolnir off of the top of Yugiri so I can actually talk to her. But no, he's like, yeah, it's true. I see, it's gonna be a great relationship or whatever at the very end. And I was like, man, I've heard that quote 1,000 times. Alright, let's see Yugiri. To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. We shall join you at the Rising Stones anon. I'm gonna look for the context of what that means. Use the word anon. Just like a little outside my vocabulary. I gotta figure that one out. And as usual, everyone is just hanging out in here. Papalima's over here with Kaltana. He's not over there anymore. He's over here. Are they playing Triple Triad? Hang on a second. Oh no, I thought they all had cards in their hand. They're playing Triple Triad. They're just talking. Okay, what else we got? I'm just curious. We got Hoary Boulder. That's what is the name? Philomene is telling Hoary Boulder where to take that box eventually. What's wrong with Ida? She's like sulking. What's wrong with Ida? Let's talk to Ida. Did they really sail the half-rotted ship all the way from Othard? Isn't that dangerous? What if it sprung a leak? Just hanging out. Anybody else back here? Nope. just Ida over here by herself. I like watching and seeing like how they, because they do this. Like I know I mentioned this before. It's like you have all these people that are here. Someone wrote dialogue for each one of these for this particular instance, and I bet most people never even talk to them. I wonder what herbs and spices they use in Doma. Maybe there's something I could add to my special tonic. It's little things like that. I don't know. All right, let's go talk to Minfilia, the antecedent, the anteater. 'Tis no use. Our attempts to reach the students of Baldessian continue to meet with failure. Oh, that's right, they're missing. I forgot about that. Urianger has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. We will persevere, of course, within our hearts the truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of what we already know. How fare the Domans? I am meant to understand that you were quite kept busy in the Vesper Bay. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved. I should not blame you if you did. I mean, not really. It's kind of par for the course, really. Nor would I deny that the matter falls outside our normal purview. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees, nor not when it was within our power to help them. Lady Yugiri is here. Please show her, and I should very much like to meet her. Well, you're not going to know what her face looks like. Unless you're like Superman, you can see through stuff. What was the nodding party? It seems like a nodding party. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady. But are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. In the event Revenant's Toll could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. As ever, it has been a pleasure, Antecedent. Alas, we must take our leave as the first carriages are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Slathborn. Lady Yugiri, Tiberius. Goodbye, Monocle Man. Nothing like a monocle man, you know what I mean? See, where you should never trust a man on a unicorn. You should sometimes trust a man with a monocle. Lamine and I will take care of the necessary preparations to ensure that our Doman friends feel at home upon their arrival. Though I must admit that I'm still troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Yustola should be returning anon with a report from a field. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon her arrival? Really? Why don't we just do that now? Just do it. Right now. Oh, good thing Thinkrin's not banished to standing in that, like, outpost for the rest of his life.
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Again, was not expecting voice cutscenes. Let's roll.
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet. Which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual, summoning a fleet with such crystals as they have hoarded. Urianger, too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja. Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand?
Oh, I bet this is for the Sahagin with Leviathan.
There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late.
I'm actually, the first beef tribe I ever did was the Sahagin. I only have like 2 completed. I think one is them and the other one's the Amalja. I haven't done like any of the other ones. I've dabbled,
gods.
but not really.
They mean to summon Leviathan?
Yes.
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Sorry, that was just so abrupt. Oh no! We're being 8-track flashback. No!
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective.
Oh, there it is, the fancy crystal.
And there is the explanation.
I'm just like, I was waiting to see if she actually blinked behind that thing or not.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless ones. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
I only wish that I could just like rush in and like kick their butt and like walk out, you know what I mean?
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary?
I just know they won't let me do that. I'll have to go like run
We
around.
have outstayed our welcome.
Let them run around and talk to like 14,000 people, and then finally they'll be like, alright, we're gonna go out now. Because I think we have to have like a special like aether device to protect us from him, I think. I might also be getting that. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember exactly. Because I know they did a similar thing with Bismarck in the Sea of Clouds, so. We've seen everything.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
No.
You shared that vision, did you not? Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes.
Oh no, you're gonna go out and do something for yourself? That's amazing.
The true nature of the echo.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I'm looking forward to Thancred becoming a chill bro instead of this weird, like, pseudo rogue type. I was like a chill bro later, and I like that a lot.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Aye, a Primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
Primal?
She don't even know what that means.
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
Imagine, if you will, you're a refugee, and you're like, this group comes out to help you, and you're like, cool, and then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, I know we are helping you right now, and that's kind of what we've been focused on, but we kill giant godlike monsters in our free time. And what? Like, It's just like, as a matter of fact, it's very like, I mean, they might have primals, we know they do, right? But she might have no experience with them, I can't recall. But just imagine that moment for a moment, you know what I mean? Just to be like, oh, okay.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
What's gonna stop her from getting tempered? Like, I don't know. I don't understand. How long is tempering supposed to take? Because I've watched them do it, and sometimes it happens like in a matter of seconds, and other times it's like, oh, well, we had a little bit of time, Plainly, should the worst come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventuality inevitable. Yet so long as there is even a chance that the Primal's return might be prevented, we must needs bend all efforts towards achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Minsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been given idle to intervening time, and doubtless have valuable information to share. Alright? Let's just go right there, right now. Oh no, I went off the map. No! There we go. Alright. The moderate amount of people, including a person in underwear, dancing around in the streets. So, dancing in the street. I get content ID'd for that. Oh, that guy's doing stuff. He's trying. He's trying so hard. Alright, let's go talk to Admiral Pale Lady. You were expected. Pray take this look at the command room. Yes. This room is, like, not very big. You know what I mean? Also, like a chalkboard over here. That's pretty cool, right? Bench. Here's a random stupid question. Does anybody ever sit on this bench? I want to know, like, does she just go, man, I have this desk and it's sitting here, right? And I got this, like, horn thing that I'm assuming I can talk to people through. But, like, did you ever sit at this bench? That's what I want to know. You kick back with a cup of tea? Like, I need to know. As I said before, inquiring minds wish to know. Welcome, friends. I take it Y'shtola has apprised you of the situation. Let us waste no time, then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Thanalan to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I am not inclined to let the fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a full-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the Science support in this endeavor. But if gods forbid our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than moral support. Sorry, I'm just like can't read it apparently. More than mere support, much as I did when Titan last rocked these lands. Lady Minfilia, I am given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can assume that you have sound reasons for doing so? I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. Sorry, just trying to understand what that means. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. Okay. I will say only that there is something I would see with mine own eyes. Is that so? Well, I am not stubborn as to deny the wish of those whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Tiberius, Maelstrom scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagin movements within the Sapsa spawning grounds. Upon the completing their mission, they will return to the operation staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Folkbrida has charge of the garrison. I cannot talk. I'm like brain dead. Alright. I like how she just told Minfilia, yeah, it's cool that you're there, but you need to stay by me the whole time. And now that we've decided that, it's like, there was no discussion at all. It was just like, nope, we're doing that. Oh my gosh. I'm reading the chat in the bottom left. Oh, they're gonna have truth or dare, man? I believe it's Aleport I want. So we're gonna go it, and if it's wrong, we're gonna find out the hard way. I straight up do just forget, like, the names of things a lot. But no, yeah, it's just like, they're like, oh, hang on. Marked by desire, bar, truth or dare, photography, live entertainment, and much more. I feel like I'm walking in downtown New York sometimes. Like, leave me alone. Like, I don't need to know about that. Leave me alone. Go to your weird Discords and do that. That's right. I'm not interested in your shenanigans. But anyway, let's take our slow, chill ride, and I will take it more time to drink my coffee as we make our way to our destination. I love Megalo crabs, I don't know why. I just love the name Megalo crab. You doing nothing, just dealing with some Megalo crabs. Megalo crab. Actually, if they're fighting people? No, I don't think so. I think that's just AI. You're bamboozling me. I'll not be bamboozled by the likes of you. Every time I see this place, I always think of, like, the final part of doing the OG relic weapons. You gotta do all those, like... Man, I can't even think what they're called. But you gotta do, like, a gem for each one. There's, like, I think 12 of them. Oh, there's a big, giant crab. Is that It's Cancer? No, that's the other one, isn't it? I just died in 6 arms tonight. I do appreciate the little puns they put in the American translation for this. They have a lot of referential humor if you're paying attention. Little things like that I think a lot of people are like, I don't know what that means, but I do. I got that. Again, I could communicate my entire life in memes. That would be the Captain America, I understood that reference meme. Alright, just have to continue on from here to the next location. We're not done yet. Let's go. We'll take the sweet wheels. I completely forgot this place was called Camp Skull Valley. When they mentioned it, I was like, what the heck is Camp Skull Valley? I have no idea what that is. And it's like, it's this. Just completely detached, had no idea. She's got an interesting fit, right? The blue feather with the whole thing. Whatever. I've been expecting you, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. That's optimistic. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Sapsa spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom has never faced a foe like this before. We must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. It is not too much to ask. I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Sapsa all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend to those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, if they may have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territory, however. We can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. Dude, I could take all of them. Like, with my eyes closed, man. Oh no, I certainly wasn't flying there. That wasn't me. Alright, let's you, me, Mjolnir. Yeah, one thing they changed when they updated everything, and the graphics, they made it so like turning isn't so stiff, so you kind of see your guy lean a little bit, like one way or the other. I'm 90% sure it did not used to be like that. But the thing that's killing me is it's only like 9 p.m. It's not that late, but I am just like so dead dog tired. I don't know why. I was hoping to get like two recordings done tonight, but I do not think that's going to happen. I think once we get to the end of this, it's going to have to be enough. Alright, so let's see. Because I'm just having trouble like reading and everything else. My brain's just turned into mush. What am I looking for? Use Maelstrom, stored. He must be here somewhere. I'm just not seeing him. He's probably like right in front of me or something stupid like that I just don't notice. Wait, is he like tucked over in a corner or something? Hang on, let's go over here. Oh, I was like, wait, what's that? No, I don't see it there. I see there's like the red circle or whatever. Okay. Is he back? Is there a guy back over here? There is! Alright. Give him the Maelstrom restorative. Thank you, I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we were, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others have captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue, I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg of you. That's what I'm talking about. Let me go in there. I will absolutely raffle stomp all of them. I will do it with little to no concern. Hang on. Let's throw another Gash of Greens down here on Mjolnir. But yeah, no, I'm just like so like stupidly tired for no reason that like I'm having trouble reading. And I can't... My brain just can't comprehend it. But I didn't want to leave like yet another day where I didn't I'm excited to do the story and move it forward, but like when I'm tired my brain turns into absolute goop. And that's just a shame, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not getting involved in this. Nope. Alright, I'm guessing over here. See, normally I'd have to fight it. That guy just walked through a fire, so that's bad. It's a soldier's corpse. Yeah, it's a shame, you guys are scrubs. You guys just didn't have what it takes. You know, it's really a shame. It's too bad you guys can't be grossly overpowered like I am. Which I was already grossly overpowered before, but now I'm like stupidly grossly overpowered. So, you know, you kind of brought that one on yourself, I'm just saying. Okay. Let's see. What? I'm just so confused at what was going on. They're like all... Oh! It was because of the fate. I was like, what is going on? Why are they all like running in and breaking their legs? Alright. Let's get out of here. Deliver the soldiers' corpses to Folkbride. I feel like that gate can open maybe a little bit sooner so you don't have to walk through it. But what do I know, you know? I'm just a simple man with hat. I can't say one way or the other. Alright. Let's go give her her dead bodies. I thought I said there were 5. I only ran into 3. There was 2 dead guys and the 1 guy was wounded. So... You returned. Thank the Navigator. When I learned that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared that you had met an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? I hear some dead bodies, bro. Dear gods. These wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they are gone too far. I dread to think what they may have become of 2 or more. What they may have become of the 2. Oh, that's right. That's why I said 2 are unremained, unaccounted for. I pray they haven't been suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of the men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price was paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. You got it. Thrice damned fishback bastards. I'll kill them slowly and chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand, savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. Now, according to our sole surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thralls have already begun to amass at the Aetheryte in the depths of Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready, but we await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the Sapsa spawning grounds. A frontal assault is likely to be met with fierce resistance. But we are not so heartless as that, Commander. We should divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetheryte and eliminate the Sahagin priest presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. That's right, because we're nice. The Maelstrom shall engage the distract the Sahagin's legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault, and have the subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the selfsame moment, a diversionary squadron, formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet, shall harry the enemy from offshore. In likewise, we Scions shall have formed smaller units in hopes of confusing the Sahagin defensive effort. Tiberius and Y'shtola, the 2 of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversion should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering you a path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. Thancred and Yugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagin as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take your hears and circle around to join the infiltration unit of Y'shtola and Tiberius. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetheryte, accompanied by Lady Minfilia as we agreed. Well, don't keep me, you fiends. Wait. Well, don't keep me, you friends. To battle. I don't understand. That was so weirdly worded. I don't understand why you would say it that way. Whatever. When last did we fight by side, Tiberius? Too long ago, I warned. But come, let us away. Here's a question, a random one. What are these nerds doing? They're standing here chatting it up. Thought we're doing stuff right now. You guys all hanging out, having a conversation. Look at this guy. Look how happy he looks. They ain't helping at all. I'm calling chicanery. Alright. Shenanigans. Alright, well. Let's take our Twintania, spin ourselves right into battle, you know what I mean? Go through the first checkpoint and defeat any Sahagin that appear. No problem. I'm OP I ain't scared. Now, if I was a lower level, if I was like, say, level 50, all these Sahagin would have to attack me and I'd have to fight my way in. But I am so swole, they don't want any piece of this, and thus makes my assault on this location much easier. Alright, let's see what we got. Hiya! Alright, so far so good. No, you're not gonna get... I think it's actually one of the fates that you use for... that you have to do for the relic weapon too. It's like the only time I ever really come in here for anything. It's when I was doing relics. But let's figure it out. You have to kill those things and do all sorts of other things. Aha. Alright, what's next? Oh no, it's another one. I didn't notice my guy does like a little fancy thing with his hand when he does the Sidewinder. I like it. Not sure what's up with like the little, like are they like zombies or the drowned swordsmen? Like they're zombies or they're, you know, some manner of something. I'm not sure exactly, but that's fine. Oh my gosh, it's Orion Gumaga, level 56 paladin with white hair. Pray do not concern yourself, 'twas but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetherite is close at hand, let us press on. We're so close. We even got that guy. Those people, they're not supposed to be involved.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Once again, bamboozling me with the actual voice lines. That was sick, I liked that a lot.
Did I miss much?
That was cool, I like that. Alright, Yugiri, show them what you got. She's got the skills to pay the bills, let's go.
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
Oh, he's flexing now. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty cool. Just a little action set piece, but it's fun. Shows them you actually them doing something. Oh, she's into Thancred. What girl isn't into Thancred, really? Name one that's not.
To the Aetherite!
Can't tell me what to do. You're not my dad, not my real dad. They've got guns, run away!
You'll forgive me my lateness.
Did you know that if you go to Limsla, I'll wait for this to be over. I don't want to ruin it.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Anyway, what I was going to say was that if you go to Limsla, I haven't looked at this recently myself, but used to be, if you went to the Marauders Guild thing there for Warrior, if you go there, near their, like, their little military area, you'll see they have, like, a thing for a guild for, like, dual pistols. And it's implied that, like, early on, that was going to be a class in the game, was, like, someone like her where they have guns. But I think that just got turned into Machinist and put into Heaven's Ward. But it was an interesting thing. So when you see her with the dual pistols, it's kind of what because that's like crossed pistols or whatever is their little thing. But yeah, if I'm understanding, if you go to Limsa, you can still see it. So
long have you shriveled swordwalkers tormented our kind.
dude just talks like a lispy nerd.
But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs.
Strong words,
Lord
Fishman.
of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
No. I'm completely daft. I have no idea what's going on. I can't see or feel anything at any time.
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What?
Ah! Such power! It is transcendent!
I'm transcendent. It just gets blown away immediately.
Seven hells.
Just keeps getting shot immediately and dying.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile! I have mastered the gift. I am eternal! O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants live. I beseech
I cut it off. I
you,
didn't mean to.
come forth!
Die, damn you!
I respect the hustle. Blow 'em away. Then shoot the rest. It clearly keeps. Yeah, shoot the rest of them. Come on. What are we standing around for?
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Uh-oh, it's Leviathan. Leviathan is cool, though. I like his design and the way he looks.
Heavens forfend.
Oh, you never seen one of those? Yeah, we got lots of those.
Damn it all!
Imagine just like you're very cavalier, like, oh yeah, no, it's not even the first one.
My being ebbs away. But it should by right be infinite.
Oh, what, he's eating you? No way.
Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
assume he consumed it, but I have no idea. Could have just withered away, I just don't know.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
I mean, that would be an efficient way to just completely wipe everybody out, since we're all on the shore. You know, you don't have any, like, breaks or anything to, like, stop that, so... I mean, that's logical, you know? Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise the entire coastal settlements. If his last attempt is any guide, we cannot suffer history be repeated. Yet how in the seven hells are we to prevent it? Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, and that may be sure, but Lymyan herself? I have no idea how to say that. Lylymlaen. That is a made-up name, if I ever heard a made-up name. Herself would struggle with the best Lord of the world in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat of matchwood of us. We need to think of another plan, that much is plain. Let's return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. I mean, yeah. Alright. Now that everybody got to, like, go back there, we'll just, we'll teleport back for 98 whole gil, and we'll have a conversation. Like I said, I feel like I remember, like, Sid helps us do a thing, but I might be misremembering. I'm not sure. But, like, you know, we'll figure out one way or the other. You were expected in the command room. Pray do not keep the Admiral waiting. How cool is my whole entourage?
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone, 'twas called.
I was not expecting more voice cutscenes. Yet we get more. We're being spoiled, kids. We're being spoiled.
Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage.
Oh, company of heroes.
But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
I wonder if this is something that actually happened in 1.0 or not. Or is this
The
just like
area
backstory?
was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The Primal must be stopped.
I mean, we already knew that. That was part of the plan going forward.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Oh, dude actually has something to say.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
I kind of wonder if he has the same voice actor as Sid does, because he kind of sounds similar to me.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldek and Vermelis.
Okay, so maybe it's not exactly the same, but...
But before we proceed
similar
any
concept.
further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed 2 ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Duct tape 2 ships together, do it now.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
'Twill be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait.
We have a really bad plan, let's do it.
Storm Marshal Slafirson, command of the operation is yours. I want that
Slafirson.
twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
I mean, I do this all day, you know what I mean? Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in the days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I've come face to face with the Primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best that we delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral, but we have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. It's that same guy from before. I am disinclined to put any store by this claim, but even should it be true, it is as Y'shtola said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on this supposed primal slayer's claims. Tiberius, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for this reckoning in idleness. The man you are looking for is believed to be resident of Greyfleet in Lower Eorzea. The Storm private sent to question him should be already in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Okay. So, let's go find our boy. Man, I have no idea where that is. Lower Eorzea, the Morbi dry docks. I don't know if it even goes over that far. Let's just take a chocobo porter out that way. I know it's a rare thing, we don't really do that very often, but you know. To Morbi dry docks. I keep getting paranoid that I haven't been pushing my foot pedal because I've got these shoes that I don't wear very often, and they're kind of thick. And so, if any audio cut out during this episode, that's why. I wasn't intending to do that, but as far as I can tell, I keep looking down, I'm like, I think it's working. But, you know, I'm not always paying attention because I'm usually reading the text on the screen, so we'll see what happens. Is it doing it again? Oh my gosh, it's doing it again. I keep thinking it's going to take me one place, and it takes me another. We did this exact same thing like 10 episodes ago. So, let's go ahead and I'll drive myself out there. We'll get there. No time flat, it'll be easy. But based on where we're going, I do kind of get the impression that it might be that guy again. Where he's out there and pretending. Which I was think is mildly comical. Red Rooster Stead, I was like, what is that place? I don't remember that place. But I've never had to go out here. It's probably important if you start in Limsa. But it's whatever. We'll figure it out when we get there. We'll just stand on the road all the time. Pull off Qua. You can do it, Bull off Qua. Beat him up. There you go. Yeah. Oh no. Bull off Qua did it. Good job. But yeah, man, interesting what place this is. I can't imagine what it could be. Is it Tractum talking to that guy? Oh gosh, this is so dumb. Now look here, you have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick up those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the chokeable stables, and before I rolled the millstone over to the mill, and before. Oh my gosh, still getting on that hustle. He's got a little choco attached to it on his face. Can't stop yawning. Ugh. Gods, man, I've worked 3 days in straight without a week of sleep. 3 days, and you hear me complaining? Bah, I suppose that some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Tractum ain't a generous soul. Now pick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only been so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you can. Ahem. The tale of Tractum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviathan. Leviathan! I'm using that, dude. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. Leviathan. Whoever did that is amazing. I want to give them like a tip. Oh my gosh. Give them like $10. Oh my gosh. Now, Leviathan is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea of how big, each one of his scales is about as wide across as me members long, and that's no mean feat, let me tell you. What is this dialogue? When I fought him, I could barely see over the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He knocked me trusty axe out of me hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now some say you can never truly beat Leviathan, that you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. That's right, we beat Leviathan. Oh, that's right, I'd be looking at me. Ah, it's you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention is all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. I'm in maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have allied women to tumble them, and that don't happen much. Me members tiny and it's pathetic. What is this dialogue, man? He's like, I have a small dick. What? I sure as hell don't fight Leviathan, but I have seen him with my own eyes. Was a few years back when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking me own duties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. A great massive sea serpent some malms off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I soiled myself right there and then. What? Oh gosh, just remember that day made me soil myself all over again. Hey, wait. If you're asking about Leviathan, does it mean you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible, dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in the gullet or at the bottom of the sea. This was a worthwhile diversion. Why, you worthless lying horse son, I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. Tiberius, it is Minfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon? Leviathan? I see. That is unfortunate. You're telling me. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Morby dry docks. Pray make your way there as soon as you are able. This episode is longer than I had intended. I didn't expect for it to kind of like twist and turn. You know what? Let's teleport. We'll dip over there real quick. Must hurry. Must go. Must buy. Alright. I always get lost around here. This I remember. I remember the first time I did this. It was like a big deal. It's like, oh, we're gonna go fight Leviathan? No way. I'm told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lad. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the War Eater, I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. I add, in addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform, and you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention that she's also nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The War Leader and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word, and we shall bear you to the Leviathan. Ah, I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the War Leader may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She has been fitted with what our friends at Nalik and Vilmilis are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will be use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how your battle unfolds, you may very need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. Alright. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Y'shtola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force may not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Samsa, I dare say the fishbacks would find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Y'shtola, I would have you join the 3rd Levy, and Lady Yugiri the 5th. But by the words I have you for the man who is to make the sport of slaying gods. Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of mine own. Know that you have all the utmost faith in you, Tiberius. May the crystal bless and keep you. Alright. Alright. Well, with that, that's a great place to stop the time. We'll come in next time and we'll jump right into trying to get into Leviathan. So, come back for that where we fight a giant sea serpent and I can fumble more words. So, until next time.